Today I want to show you an easy way to make a swarm catcher from a Djembe, a drum. It's very low tech, very low cost. It's a Djembe that someone gave me, was probably broken. So to do that, you have just 4 modifications. So imagine you put that outside, you would put it on at least 2 cinder blocks. I made a special platform to protect the hive from the small hive beetle, but I will make a video for that. So what I found to work best, because it's not designed to be outside, so you could do, if you have time, put 2 pieces of wood or 4 in a tiny roof to protect it from the rain. Otherwise, because it's just a swarm catcher, take a piece of plastic, just like that, and an old bucket. So you use a heat gun and you fuse the 2 pieces of plastic and you protect the swarm catching from the rain. You could wrap the plastic because UV light and the sun is not great, it will release microplastic. You could put some sheets, white sheets, that you can lock with electrical zip ties. That's one way. The second modification you need to do is obviously entrances for the swarm, the bees, to come inside. So ideally, what I would do is to cut 3 triangles right here for the entrances. And if you cut 3 triangles here, you would obviously do the same on the plastic at the bottom. The third modification, you don't have to, but it will save the bees a lot of time, a lot of energy, is inside. The same way they do in nature in trees, they will build everything from scratch. But you could make the process simpler by putting a piece of wood or 2 pieces of wood as like a square, and you put with wax. Ideally, you could put a piece of eucalyptus, because eucalyptus has a smell that small hive beetle don't like, so it will protect the bees. And the last modification, exactly the same thing you would do with the Daydent, with the Langstroth, because someone gave that to me, but maybe he was in a basement for 20 years, I have no idea. It might be filled with spores and viruses and so on. So you would use a blowtorch to clean the inside and maybe a bit the outside. And that's it. You have a beautiful system to catch a swarm. So if you want to attract a swarm, you could use a Q-tip with lemongrass, and you rub the inside with your Q-tip just once, not too much lemongrass, otherwise it will be too strong. You could buy something like a swarm catcher, like a swarm commander, that works very fine. There's a great technique in Africa, in Benin, that they use. You make a fire, and when the coal is reduced, you put lemongrass on the coal and you hang the hive above the fire, and all the smokes from the lemongrass will go inside. And usually in Africa it works in 2 days. And if you want to use it as a beehive, you could. You have to know that in some states, in New York City for instance, in New York, it is illegal to have a beehive without frames. So if you want to use that as a swarm catcher, great. If you want to use that as a hive, it's technically illegal. There are a few states in the US where you can use a hive without frames. So in that case, if you want to use that as a beehive, you could attract the swarm. If you want to put a bee package in it, you would make a cone with cardboard, so that when you pour the package of bees, they will fall straight into it. And the great thing with it is, if you take one of those 1 gallon jug of water, you could put the lid, the metal lid with few holes, and you can give them sugar water. So it'd be great at the beginning. Then you could give them water. And I made a previous video explaining that when you put water on top of the frames, you get more honey. And when you want to harvest your hive, it's a special technique that they do in North Africa. I will show it to you. You would use tires on the side. You will put the hive on the other side, but I will make a video about that. Et voilà!